this is where it happened. The children were all playing, and then from right over here, this is where the skunk came down the drive, and he appeared. And he saw our dog, Olivia, and she was back over here in the house direction, and the skunk saw her and ran after her. I am not kidding. Olivia did not attack the skunk. The skunk attacked Olivia. So when it happened, Rule and I were both in the office, and the mother's helper came and she told us the skunk just is tangling with your dog. And so I said, did he spray? And she said, I don't know, probably. And so we were in the front of the house. The office is in the front. And so we were right in the middle of something. And so it took about 1 minute for us to finish, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but not much time. And in the time it took us to finish, we began to be able to smell the spray up in the very front of the house. So the skunk spray had pervaded the entire house. And it, was skunk. Isn't that right? See, it was awful. It was terrible. Rule put the boys to bed. It was the bedtime for the boys. It was late for them. So he put the boys to bed. And I went and got the diffusers. Now, all we have is 2 home diffusers and 1 bamboo diffuser. And those are the rose diffusers and the bamboo diffuser. Because the only way we've ever gotten diffusers is just by buying starter kits. So even once you're a Young Living member, you can still buy starter kits. And we just think it's such a great deal, and so we get a free diffuser. So those are the diffusers we have. So I put one, I'll show you. You want to show everybody around? Say, So this is the back door, and the site of the spray is right, excuse me, trying to hold the baby and video. This is where the skunk sprayed. I gave the dog a bath, and when I was, walking around and, bathing her and stuff, whenever I walked right in this area, the spray was the strongest right there. So it's right there outside of our bedroom window, and it went through the whole house. So let me open the door with one hand while I hold the baby. So, this is our mud room. So I grabbed a diffuser and I filled it immediately and put in 8 drops of purification and set it on and said we're going to run out the whole thing. So I put one here in the kitchen, which as you can see is in the back of the house. It was really reeking at the time. And I put another one. No, we still haven't unpacked the boxes. So I also filled a rose diffuser right here in the living room. This is also just right off of the mudroom in the kitchen toward the back of the house. Now the funny thing is, I had always heard that if you need to diffuse in a large space, such as like this living room, anything bigger than a bedroom, that ideally, I'm so embarrassed by all my boxes and my mess. Ideally, I've heard that you would not use a water diffuser. You would use a nebulizing diffuser. This is an atomizing diffuser. But this is what we had, and this is what we used. And then I also had my bamboo diffuser back here in our bedroom. And actually, this diffuser still had oils in it. I think we were diffusing Harmony or something like that. And so I just set it to the 4-hour setting just to get it going and to get it just to use up everything that was in there. So then I could add purification. Here's what happened. Rule had put the boys to bed, and so I got those diffusers going, and he came downstairs about 30 or 45 minutes later, and he said, I'm not even noticing the skunk smell anymore. And I thought, oh, well, you're crazy, and we're diffusing, I'm sure it's helping. But I am telling you, I did not have to run those diffusers again. I just let them go till they ran out of purification. The one in my bedroom, I actually never even put purification in it, because by the time it would have been time to switch it out, the smell was completely gone. The only place we smell the smell anymore is on the dog. Because even though we bathed her, she still has a little bit of the smell. But nothing else in the house. That evening, I went out to the laundromat to go wash her beds, because I wanted to get the smell out of her beds too. And so I did that. And when I came back from the laundromat, I'm telling you, I had been out of the house for an hour. Nothing. No skunk smell at all. So, Rose Diffuser versus Skunk. The winner is Rose Diffuser and Purification. Woohoo! You should have seen this poor little girl after it happened. She ran up to the front door, and she was standing here at the door, just kind of whining for us to let her in. And of course, we would not let her in. And she was blinking her eyes because the skunk spray was all in her eyes. It was the saddest thing. But she's fine now.